Hello everyone and Happy New Year! Yeah, Happy New Year because that's my first video of 2018, so it's never too late to wish somebody to have a Happy New Year, I guess. Well, that's not what we're talking about. Today we're gathered here to put into the test the Catrice Cosmetics HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. My shade is the shade 010 Light Beige, but when I went to the store to get it, every time I get a foundation, I usually swatch the 3 shades closest to my skin tone on my hand, and then I walk around the store and then I see if they oxidize, which one is the closest to my skin tone, and so on and so on. And I also noticed that they had only 3 shades at my store. Like, the stand, it wasn't empty, it just had 3 numbers, 010, 020, 030. So I'm not sure if that's the full range, so I'm just gonna go in my phone right now and check out how many shades this foundation has. Yeah, I just got it up on my phone, guys, and it actually has only 4 shades on their website, on the actual Catrice Cosmetics website. This is the darkest shade. I don't know if you can see, but that's not dark at all. That's like maybe a skin tone and a half darker than me, and I'm quite fair. Apart from the fact that it's excluding such a large number of people out of the range, like even the people who would match this skin tone, they might have trouble actually matching their skin to the foundation, because even for the fairest skin people might not have a foundation that would match them. So it's a complete and utter disaster, I just realized. But since we're here, I'm gonna check it out, I'm gonna test it out, because it's been raved about, and I'm really sorry it's not including a lot of people. It is pretty devastating for cosmetics companies to do that. A lot of drugstore companies do not have darker skin toned colors. It's pretty much terrible, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, for the people who can't match their skin to that, I'm gonna try it out for you guys and see if it's actually well raved about, and if it is well raved about, we need to demand more shades. Before I'm going to put it on my face, of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more foundation testing. I do have another one which is really raved about that I want to try, and it first launched in Germany, where I am right now, so I'm gonna be trying it out for you guys. And of course, make sure to follow me on my social media. I'm gonna leave them right here to have some chats, and of course to get updated when the next video is gonna be coming up. If anyone is wondering, my earrings are from Claire's and my necklace is from Blingtings, my own brand. It will be coming soon in the new collection, so everything again will be linked down below, and let's get into it. The only thing I actually did not tell you is the price, which is €6.99. I did buy it for €6.95. I saved 4 cents. That's okay. It has 230 reviews on their website, and it has 4.5 out of 5 stars. And I checked some other like German websites as well where they carry Catrice, and it had like almost 5 stars on them as well. So I'm like, what is going on? I have not touched it on my face, I've only swatched it on my arm to see the colors. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. Let's open it. Having a dropper, I'm expecting for it to be super liquidy, and when I swatched it, it looked very, very liquidy. So let's have a look. It's kind of like running down my hand, as you can see. I think this matches me. See, that's another thing. This is the fairest shade that they have, and I'm not the first person, so even the fairest of the first people will not be able to find a shade in this. Like, the only thing you'll be able to do is probably mix it in with another foundation, like the LA Girl. They carry a complete white foundation, you're going to be able to mix with that, or mix another super dark foundation or darkening drops to make it for darker skin tones. So yeah, just a disclaimer here, I don't usually wear primer, so I'm going to do on my face everything I do with any other foundation that I do love putting on my face, and I'm gonna set it the same way. I just want to see, like I said, exactly how this foundation acts when I do all the steps that I would do with any other foundation. So let's start. I'm gonna attempt to do it Instagram style and like drop it on my skin. Okay, so I have no clue how many drops I should do. I'm just dropping this thing on my face, not knowing. I didn't even read if it's like full coverage or anything. I'm just dropping stuff on my face. Is that really a good time to read about this foundation while it's dripping off my face? Whatever, let's do it. Lightweight and non-oily texture that feels like a second skin, provides long-lasting full coverage without mask effect, and creates an even, this is running down my eyebrow, it creates an even complexion with high definition finish for camera ready skin. We'll see about that. Dermatologically tested, shake before use. Oh, I'm just gonna, you know what, it's gonna have to take most of it off of my skin because it says shake before use and it didn't shake. Oh my god, this is dripping down my chin. This is such a disaster. Okay, here we go. Right, I took most of it off my skin, but now I do feel a bit dry because I've been like rubbing it around. So what I'm gonna do before I apply it is another step that I do when I don't use primer. I use my NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray and spray all over my face, and it just gives me that dew that I need. Like, not much. Sail while I spray about 10 pumps on my face. Shake, shake, shake. Shake the bottle. Shake the bottle. And now I'm ready to go Instagram again. Okay. Yes. Oh my god, this is legit dripping down my face. I need to be fast. I'm gonna use my fingers because this is gonna drip down my face. I think I low-key put way too much on my face. I'm gonna take my Real Technique sponge. I do have a beauty blender and I do prefer the beauty blender, but with matte foundations I prefer to use the Real Techniques one. I don't know, it just gives me much better feel on the foundation when it's matte. First of all, hello, full coverage. How are you? You guys, I'm not even joking right now. This looks so good on the face. I've been blending here for a couple of seconds all over my face. It feels like the foundation is like still workable, like I can still work around and blend in and pat it into my skin. Let me scoop you in closer to show you raw stuff, which I don't think I've ever come that close to my channel to some raw stuff, but it's the new year, let's do this. Okay, so here we are up close and personal. Anyway, so you can see here that it's gone super, super matte, but it doesn't look cakey at all. Excuse my little mustache. I didn't bother today. So yeah, on my nose, it looks so good. Do you see how well it's like sitting on the nose? And the nose is like a big, big test for foundation. It's just sitting so nicely on the nose. I can't even believe it. And look at the rest of my face. It just, I don't know, it just looks so freaking flawless. Look at it. No cakiness at all. Like on my forehead, it hasn't sunk into any of these like lines. I'm impressed. Okay, so of course, one of the tests for a foundation that we need to do before I head out and then I come in for check-ins is how concealer and powder apply on top. And of course, I'm gonna use only my holy grails and my favorite products, the products that I use, and I know how they sit on top of other foundations on their own, and so on and so on. So for my concealer, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 15, which by the way, 15 is lighter than 10. So if you want to buy this concealer, just keep in mind. No, it's lifting the foundation. No. You guys, this is very sad. It doesn't seem here to be working well with the foundation, like the concealer. But then again, I'm just an idiot because I had Catrice's foundation and then I didn't use it. I love the way it just sits here, but the way it just sits on my forehead is just going kind of cakey, and it exaggerates so much on my lines. Like it doesn't sink into them at all, but I can see lines on my forehead that I didn't know I had. Overall, yeah, don't mind my mirror, it's like nasty from like touching it. God, guys, I do not like this foundation. Like it looked so beautiful and full coverage and dewy and just everything you need on application, but right now, like I love it on the back part of my face, but like wherever I have a hole or a line or anything, it's not sitting in it. It's not sitting in the hole or the line, but it's like bringing it up to life. Like up here, you can see my line, and usually with like I can see lines down here that I've never even had. I've never even seen them before. On my nose, it sat beautifully, I'm gonna give it that, but overall it has this heavy makeup look that I personally do not like. Maybe for super oily skins it will work out just great, but for me that I have like sort of a mixed skin, I'm dry at the start and then my natural oils like peek through the foundation. I'm gonna finish a very natural look on my face and I'm gonna be back. When I was blending in my bronzer, I could see pieces of the foundation lifting up, and I used, like I said, brushes and products that I know I love, and they are holy grails for me. So everything I've put on my face will be linked down below in the description. I took a brush and did a little bit of like the bronzer underneath my lower lash line where I had put the foundation down as well, because I lifted up the foundation up here, which was a big mistake because it's a matte foundation. And then I have little lines of it seriously lifting up. It was lifting up, like you can see brush strokes underneath my eyes where the foundation has been. One good thing I will give it though is that the application on the nose was beautiful. It did not like splotch up, it did not like crack, it was beautiful on the nose. Down here where I have a breakout, it's not clinging onto it, like it's not making it look more dry than it is. So yeah. This is it now. I did spray half of this bottle on my face to feel a little bit refreshed. It's helped me not feel that tight and like it's dragging my skin, but I do feel like I have a mask on. Anyways, okay, so it is now 1:11 and let's say 1 o'clock, and I have to go out, do some stuff, and I'll come back in for the second update onto the foundation. Okay, so I'm back. I went on a trip to Primark and I got a lot of goodies. Anyways, back to the foundation. I have changed my lip color because I just ate like pita bread and stuff and it just went places. And yeah, just to take a closer look, there's no oiliness coming through. It's sitting very nicely on top of my nose still. Where this breakout is concerned, I mean, you still can't see it very much. You can see the bump, but you can't really see the redness peeking through. So it does cover up really well. My problem is that on my skin, it's like so heavy and cakey, like I can feel it pulling on my skin. Here though, you can see my redness peeking through, and that is because my previous lipstick went onto here and it's so gently rubbed it and it just rubbed off the whole foundation. Okay, so I was able to fix the red situation down here, but it's not really mixing well with the previous foundation that's sitting on there, obviously because we had powders and other stuff right on top. Overall, it hasn't gotten any worse from when I put it on. Like, if any, I think it's gotten better because, like I said, my natural like oils or whatever my skin has are coming through and they're just warming up the foundation, if that makes sense. It hasn't really faded anywhere on my skin. So it's been on my face for about 4.5 hours. It's doing all right, and I will see you for the final update in about around 4 hours, I guess. So yeah, see you then. Hey guys, so it is finally the end of the day. I've been waiting and waiting, and I've contemplated actually taking it off my face, and then I'm like, wait, doing the first impression, can't take it off my face right now. This is my first impression, so bear with me. I was like literally forgetting. I'm like, why am I wearing that much makeup at like 9:30 at night again? Remind me, I'm not really going out, but yeah. All right, so it is 9:34 at night. I applied this foundation at 1 o'clock in the midday, so it has been about 8.5 hours onto my face, and to be honest, that's how I check about oils. I don't see it being oily at all. I have forgotten my mirror, so let me go and get it. Far away, it looks good. I look flawless. I look like I have the best skin day of my life. Like, coming up close, it's like, by this time, it hasn't deteriorated that much, but for me, the way I wear my foundation, it is cakey for what and how I wear my foundation. See that redness peeking through again? It's the same thing. Lipstick went down there and I just did the slightest bit to rub it and the whole foundation rubbed off. Around my nose, it has surprisingly surprisingly lasted a long amount of time. On my nose, no oils, no nothing. It says lasts up to 24 hours, so I will give it that, though the second skin effect, not so much. Let's do the close-up. We'll see the reality of things, and yeah, and I'll wrap up my thoughts and so on and so on. Okay, so here we are again, close and personal, and yes, I will remind you that I have a mustache, and I will touch on that a little bit like after on my end review. So yeah, it hasn't really faded anywhere. It looks the exact same it looked before. On my nose, it looks really, really good, and yeah, I literally have nothing to say. Like maybe on my forehead here, do you see all of these lines? I had lines here that I didn't even know I had, and I'm like, don't really have all these lines though. It does not look any worse than before, and you can see it for yourself. So yeah, this foundation, I think it looks good on camera. It is mattifying, it is so very mattifying, so if you have dry skin, stay as far away as possible and even further, because I have mixed skin. Some parts are dry, some parts are oily, and my skin was suffering when I applied it. Like when you apply the foundation, it's like it goes and it sucks the water out of your skin. As time progressed though, if I have to compare it to other foundations that I'm wearing, for example, if I compare it to the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, I will say that this lasts better than this. So it's $6.99. Would I recommend? Only to people who have porcelain-like skin but super oily, and of course very fair skin, because they only have again 4 shades and they're all very fair. The shade I'm wearing right now is the fairest shade. And something I wanted to say before when I said that my mustache is showing, my mustache with this foundation is showing more than any other foundation in me. Like even my hairs up here, they're showing more. Like I didn't even know I had hairs here on my forehead. Apparently I do, and they're showing so much. It's like I have a second mustache up here. Would I apply it again, or would I use it again? Yes and yes. I would use it with a hydrating base though, and with a more sheer powder. It's right now almost 10 o'clock at night, and I can't wait to jump into that shower, take the mask off the face, and go and relax in my bed. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you like the first impression, because there's another one coming on another drugstore foundation, and it's a very, very hyped foundation. So yeah, give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.